See, there's actually a tree though, so we can actually connect a pipe into this, I think. So in theory, what we could do is flatten this ground, build a wedgie in here, and connect it from that. Oh, you can't connect that tree. Is there a sector here? We go from there potentially. So I'm thinking you could build a wedgie here and connect it to these two, and then just basically get some more homes, because we need more people here. The only problem is going to be the drone coverage. We don't have any drone coverage here. Yeah. Can't you build T-shape? I'm not sure what you mean. Or we could build one of those weird barrel ones. Or even just a mini dome. Because if we go to the basic dome,
welcome back, Nutter.
so yeah, apart from the uneven terrain, you could like squeeze it in there, and it would just about work, I think. You make more compact colonies so that 3 drone hubs can cover everything, overlapping each other. I think, Henrik, this is the thing, like, I think this game you have to play it through to realise what works and what doesn't work. And then you kind of take that to your next build. What do you mean, Cat? We're flying airplanes, mate. Look. We're just not in first person. There's one. You win. Yeah. The week has been too busy to start messing around with my flight sim. But I take your point. So now I need a drone commander down here. Which is the guy I just sent all the way up here.
Sector scanned.
100,000 water. What? Look at that. Got deep water there. That's insane. Am I allowed to say happy Saturday to you, Cat? Jules, thank you for gifting a sub, mate. Gifted a sub to iStatic. Welcome back, iStatic. That's not a name I recognise, but that's a resub. But thank you, Jules. Only if only if you follow with us, good to see you. I suppose I need to have a beer and I can go cheers as well. I would never say that, Cat. Okay, amplification's nearly done. So we can use more power to make more stuff. I think we've got more machine parts. Oh no, electronics were brought. Well, this is looking better already. I have no idea why they're doing that. Can hold shift and click to lay multiple buildings of the same type. Thank you. Is this free on Game Pass? Actually, I don't know if it's free on Game Pass. I've had it on Steam for like, since it came out. It's probably on sale on Steam. I don't know if it's free on Game Pass. It's a fun game. It's not a perfect game. Like, it has some annoyances about it. There are some things, for example, I'll give you an example of something which irritates me. I go to my research tree, which is obviously quite involved, and there's no search. There's no search bar. So I have to sort of like start to learn the tech tree and memorize it because I can't just find things. Just like little stuff like that. Again, it's a kind of game that you have to play, make mistakes, play again, make more mistakes, and then you'll get good at it, and then you'll enjoy it. But it's a pretty interesting game in that you have to sort of... You have to balance a lot of things. You have to balance things. Like, your colonists are here, you have to build places for them to stay, but then they all have different needs. So, you know, healthcare needs. So you need an infirmary so they can go there, and like the mental health becomes a problem. They start to become start to become earthsick, or if they can't go and enjoy themselves by going to the shop, like they go here to the diner to get some food. If they can't do that, they'll start starving, or they'll have to start running outside to get food. At which point they get really sad, so they start to get progressively lower sanity levels and that kind of thing, and then they want to go home. So you've got to try and keep them happy, give them like comfortable place. One of the big ones I think I've built is this, the Mega Mall. Because the Mega Mall has like everything they need. As you can see, like the services there, it provides social, relaxation, exercise, gaming, playing, food, dining. The rock. A huge chunk of rock has been spotted near the planet. This doesn't sound good. It has a highly unusual shape and the internet has gone crazy with speculations about its nature. Several influencers on the social networks have asked about your viewpoints. What would you reply? Number 1. Actually, our colleague Celeste Picard can explain this better. And then Celeste Picard becomes a celebrity. And I can't actually do any others.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
So this is because I don't have a rocket enthusiast. I guess this is because I don't have MD lasers, and this is because I don't have an Omega telescope. If I did, there would be options.
Welcome back.
So the only option I have is to make Celeste Picard a celebrity. Factory amplification complete. Let's have a look. So now we can research the MD5 laser. Destroys falling meteors in its range. And I still can't make... The deep stuff. VR Workshop, a vocation building that allows colonists to experiment with virtual reality. It's not high on my list. A fusion reactor. A reactor. This sounds more interesting. Could be the Black Monolith like in 2001. Or it could be like the Black Log from Star Trek Search for Spock. Whatever it was. Not Search for Spock, that was 3. What was 4 called? One with the humpback whale. Journey Home or something. That giant log. Voyage Home, that was it. So this homeless guy who lives in Pepperoni Dome. Homesick. Comfort level 15. So we can try and make them live somewhere else. That's got space. So we go there. Then say, right, you, go and live here. Maybe they'll get better, maybe they won't. Whoa, hello. That's pretty cool.
Funding received.
Is that finished now, or are they just still... Like, does that disappear when it's done? Because it kind of looks complete to me. Shame mysteries are turned off. You may have actually encountered an alien monolith. Yeah, I'm good without that for now. If you put him in housing rather than tenements. I don't have any free housing though. Well, that's made the way for a dome. See how that goes. That's about the waste there for now. Researching bigger domes and we'll get bigger benefits. Well, we've got that dome, which is a medium donor thing, I think. Actually, I'll tell you what I was going to do. It's going to crank the production of this machine factory up. Except we can't, because we only have 3 machine parts left. That's interesting.
Sector scanned.
We appear to have a machine part problem.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Can you split a tunnel? I do not know. Until I build another dome and try it, I don't know if you can split into a tunnel. It would be fantastic if you could. See, machine part production 3, machine part maintenance 4.7. So we're just not making enough. It's the Whiteland. What's that? Oh, okay. Thank you, Whiteland. For 71 months. And an image of myself. Thank you for 25 months, Bam Jake. Thanks for great content. Hope you had a great time in the US. Glad you're back. Hope all is well. Thank you, Speedy Driver. 20 months, though. Still not enough. Definitely not enough. Yeah, almost 6 years. Scary, huh? I think we're going to have to bring in a pod. I don't like the fact we've only got 2 pods left, though. How am I doing, legit Tomcat? Not bad, sir. You can't split a tunnel because that would cause problems with colonists moving. Wait, why would it cause problem with colonists moving? If you had a dome here with and you split into that? Wind turbines take parts to maintain. Not these guys. Yeah, solar just takes metal, doesn't it? I suppose we could build a bunch of these and then turn those off for now. So what do they make? 5. They make 10. Yikes. There we go. The only thing is you need to make sure you got enough overnight storage in the batteries. Good afternoon, sweltering heat lovers. You can make many solar panels that fit between the larger ones. I don't like putting things too close together just in case a meteor comes in. I'd rather just have one thing taken out than 2. How can I wear my hat in this heat? By the power of air conditioning, mate. It's a lovely 21 Celsius in my room. You cannot stream in this room in summer without air conditioning. It's basically concrete roof, and the sun bakes down on it from about 10 in the morning till about 6 at night. And it just, honestly, it's like an oven. You need the aircon. That's brought machine part maintenance down to 3.6, which is still not enough. Just need to watch the power and make sure we've got enough to get us through the night. We should have. The demand's only 319 and we've got like 800 stored, so it should be fine. I don't think we'll have any problem with that, to be honest. Got loads of metal. Yeah, we need to build another machine part factory. We need to get self-sufficient on quite a few things. At some point I'd like to terraform this and just flatten it all out. But for now this is the project and it's taken a long, long time. Do you know what? Without a drone hub being in range of this, I can probably get away with just some of it being flattened. Wait, what? I think it's already flat. $80 concrete, 20 metals and 10 polymers. We can afford that. Should we build it? Flatten the area and build a megadome later. Yeah. Build it. Boom. Need to get water over here now. valve that. And we'll put a valve. Right, so they should be able to share that food deposit, which is great. They'll be serviced by these drones. And we need to build a passageway into this and into this. I think we was going to build from there. Let's get rid of that nice tree. May as well add comfort to the dome, right? The passages do carry life support too, but redundancy makes sense. I always like the redundancy. I just like the fact that you've got more than one way in. Not enough workers at the small grocer. Oh dear. That's not good. Food is important. It should really be 24 hour.
Sector scanned.
Small art store. They left the art store and went working in the grocer. Oh well, food's more important than a painting. Sector scan, no resources. Need to think of a name for this. We've got, for the domes, we've got stuffed crust and we've got deep dish. What are we going to call this one? You can build a large park in the new dome. Those residents will love it. What, this one? To be honest, like, I think I'd rather get this university out of here and put it there. I think it can serve all these people then. As opposed to this one, which only serves that apartment and that apartment. You've got all these little homes, plus these two apartments, plus whatever apartments we build in here. Are we naming it after pizzas? Well, we started off like these here. This is pepperoni, this is meat feast, and this is Hawaiian because they're all shaped like wedgie pizzas. And then we went stuffed crust and deep dish for the big ones, but we need a third one. 4 cheese, we could call it 4 cheese or 6 cheese, given that it's got 6 pieces. Isn't Americano a coffee? Hot water and espresso. It's basically a black coffee. Stone baked, that's not bad. Gluten free. I kind of like the idea of calling it 6 cheese. Yeah, I've already got pepperoni. Stone baked is not a bad one.
Happy anniversary,
Tequila, thank you for 54 months, Tequila. Hey. Alright, what do we call it? 6 cheese or stone baked? I'm 50-50 on those. I like both of them. Oh, I've just realised these people won't go work in this. It's annoying. Six cheese, stone baked, 6 cheese. Oh god, it's like Brexit. 6 cheese. 6 cheese, stone baked. Right, let's call it 6 cheese. Wow, that built pretty quickly. Stored power 508. And now we're back in the day when we have a surplus of 24. I think I'd like more solar panels than that.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
I'll leave that just in case we need it later. Right, so there's no way of transferring this university, is there really?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
We'll just scrap that. 7.5 electronics will be refunded. What does it cost for a new one? 15. So you get about half back. That's not too bad.
Welcome back, Nutter.
I'm going to can that. Well, that answers that question. You can't connect. Yeah, you can't start and end there, so you just can't do that. Dude, why do you have to go that way? Go a different way. What's wrong with that? What, that cable? That cable's blocking it? Okay. So I'm going to have to get rid of that cable to make it work.
Welcome back.
Ay, caramba. Benner, thank you very much for gifting us a sub to Lieutenant. Welcome back, Lieutenant. Thank you very much, Benner. Oh boy. Okay, let's try again. There's one. Yep, you would just send the cable underground. Now this one isn't going to happen easily. For the simple reason that this building is kind of in the way. Could go there if we get rid of that park. I think that would work. Start the tunnel near the infirmary.
Anomaly found.
Yeah. Anomaly found? But yeah, we'd have to ditch that. The garden. Just put 2 smaller gardens in, maybe. Well, no, even if we get rid of the pipe, you see that this building is blocking it from going there. We just can't do it. You can turn the passages manually. I know you can press R to do that. You can delete the tunnel, reroute it to the new dome, and rebuild the old tunnel from the nearby point. We could do... I mean, we could make the old tunnel just go straight in there instead, and then bring this into here, maybe.
Happy
Oh.
anniversary, Nutter.
Can have it go in like that, essentially. And then rebuild that one into there. Is it worth the hassle when we can just do that, though? Probably not. If you click it, it will allow you to set it as a turn point. Okay. That must be new, Echolos. Okay. Should keep him busy. 25 machine parts. Get that. Also, ramps over the passages will allow drones to pass over them. True. Actually, I've just realised. RIP. If we build this, the drones can't get in there. That's not good. Because these passages create a cutoff and we need... So we have to build a ramp. So how do we build a ramp? Ramp. What? That's a massive ramp. This is not good. Right, I need to pause this. Next to the passages in the build menu. Ah, this thing. Okay. Locking objects. Right, so I can't actually finish that until the passage is completed. And these drones will be trapped in there. Actually, there's nothing to stop the drones from just going inside and walking through. So they're not actually fully trapped, are they? Nuclear fusion. We're going nuclear. Oh yeah. Water production 12.5. Water demand 12.5. Oxygen production 12. Demand 11. Currently running at 2/3. That's at 50% now. Okay, what have we got in here? Cool. It's got one apartment, a university, a nursery, a school. What else would you want in here? We need to get like groceries and that kind of thing and food and stuff. Could just build a mega mall. It just takes 15 people to work there, but it's got everything. And then we just put apartments in here. Something like that. No, we're not cutting it fine with the water. It kind of looks like we are, but we're not. Basically, the way the water pumps work is they kind of scale their production based on demand. So it should always read 0. So whatever production and demand is, like, you can see we've got capacity by looking at this number here. Like, it just ramped up to 2.8. So it's scaled up production for some reason. It could be because this one's gone offline for a bit. Living complexes are much more comfortable than apartments. They are, but apartments contain like way more tons of people. So I just need to build other stuff to keep them happy, don't I? Like, we need an infirmary. Okay. How cool are these ramps? They're so cool. That's brill. Build a water park, yeah? What, on Mars? Listen, the day we build a water park on Mars, we have made it as a species. Power production 9, maintenance 1.3. That's awesome.
Sector scanned.
Right, the
Select
university's
sector
up.
to scan.
Let's see. Scan that. Right, we need to get homes and stuff in here. So where's the Mega Mall? The Mega Mall's here, so people from here can use that Mega Ball, which is awesome. It's a living quarter and an apartment and a living complex. Comforts of residence 65 in a living quarter. Comfort 50. So because they're being boosted by all the parks, it's not bad. Log flumes on Mars would be very good at 1/6 gravity. Dude, that'd be brill. 1/6 gravity log flumes would just be brill. Imagine having a water pistol on Mars. When you squirt it, it would like go 6 times as far. So either we build these things or we build these things and add more comfort later. But the advantage of these is they don't require polymers, which is a bit of a bonus. But they only take 14 people as opposed to 24, which is quite a big difference.
Welcome back.
But they should be able to use the services around them, shouldn't they? Is there an infirmary here? No. So they can go and use that infirmary, I believe. Building's not working too. I think we better bring some more people in. By the time they get here, these will be online. Three medics, 7 scientists, officers, 1 engineer. Launch anyway. They'll be fine when they get here. Smart homes restore the sanity of residents while they're at home. I could do one of them. Domes without life support, 1.
Research complete.
Not enough power. Okay, why have you not got enough power? Why is that not got enough power? Nuclear fusion generates power. Outdome building which requires workers to operate. No, it's not a battery thing. We've got plenty of battery power. Deep metal extraction. Finally. 15,000 research. It's going to take a week to learn how to do this. Well, it's definitely connected, isn't it? Look. And I can see the little wire going in there. So I generally don't understand why this is not connected. Is it because it's turned off?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Insufficient power. I've already spent loads of money on outsourced research, look. We're already outsourcing 1,000.
Welcome back.
Mr. Hambone, thank you for 32 months. I don't get it. Yeah, I know the power's minus 96, but look at the stored power.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Should we leave that off for now? Wait, I swear that maintenance bar carried on moving. Even when it was turned off. Now it's online again. I don't understand what's just happened. The output of the battery is limited. Ah, that's what it is. Yeah, the battery output is only... It's like 50 or something, isn't it? How much is nuke? An atomic accumulator, maintenance 2 polymers. Could just build that instead. Fusion reactor, maintenance 3 electronics. Yikes!
Anomaly analyzed.
New techs are available for research.
There's more to the barren environs of the red planet than meets the eye.
The following techs have been researched on the reveal screen.
Treasure trove of
Behavioral
undiscovered
shaping
knowledge
and
wonder.
growth simulators. Where's that then? Vegetation grows 40% faster. We need the same thing, but for cows. Yeah, fusion reactor takes 24 workers, 8 per shift. And if you imagine, if you don't have enough people in there on any shift, power's just gonna start going down. I wonder if it's like an RBMK reactor. Why are you not working? Not enough workers. Well, what's in store for that? Mr. Helipie, how you doing, Chris? Hope you're well. Polymers and parts. One accumulator over here.
Sector scanned. Anomaly
Base is
found.
looking great. It's not like... Yeah, there's things I would do differently, let me put it that way. It looks cool, but there's things I would do differently. The big boy's up here now, look. It's not online yet, though. That should be offline. This is going to be a little while before we get it, because we need this tech. Deep metal extraction, so we can extract that metal, which we desperately need to get hold of. There's another one there as well. Oh my god, we can dedicate this entire dome to just extracting rare metal. And normal metal. But rare metal. With that, we can make electronics and sell it back to Earth and just make a ton of cash. Thoughts on the game? It's not the perfect game, but it is a very good game. And there's a lot of playability in it. There are things that will frustrate you in this game. Make no mistake about it. But like every time you play it, you can choose a different place on Mars, right? So that gives you different difficulties. You could be battling against, you know, like a high level of meteors or a higher level of dust storms or a much reduced temperature, so you've got to put heaters down and that kind of thing. So you can vary it just from the planet's point of view. When you set it up, you can pick a different political backer, like, you know, USA, India, and they all give you like different benefits. Then you can set up what they call it with the politician, the mayor and stuff. They give you different benefits again. Then you can have mysteries turned on. So like you can just layer options so great that every time you play it, the game is vastly different. It's crazy. Like the replayability factor is insane. Yeah, we terraformed the land. Here's an example. Like all of this was rocky and we terraformed that and just made it flat all the way through. Recently we just terraformed this bit of land. It was all like this and we just flattened that bit so we could build a dome. And earlier on, all of this was like that. So we just terraformed all this and that's all the waste rock from it. There's a geezer, for example. You pretty much can't do anything with them. O2 production 12, O2 demand 11. Life support. A large water tank, that would have been useful. Just going to put this down. I like having like electricity, water and O2 like nearby each dome. Just in case like some meteor slams in and breaks the connections. That's the last thing I want is people dying. It's reused for waste rock. Yeah, it kind of recycles it when it has to fill landing, I think. I've been playing a lot of Astroneer and Factory Town. Astroneer is good fun. Factory Town, I'm a bit kind of... prefer Factorio, I think. All that metal? Is that rocket not here yet? Blimey. Right, we're pretty low on polymers. Could amplify for an extra 20 electric consumption. You have 3,000 hours in Cractorio, dude. That game is like Possibly the most addictive game ever made. I actually considered playing Factorio today, but I was like, nah, let's carry on with the Surviving Mars, see where we can take it. I'm going to land those people here and immediately try and move them into here. And then I'm hoping that we can get better employment on this again. Get that money production up. And maybe we can improve some of these things. Polymer factory production. I'd like to get that up. And we have 0 electronics in like production at the moment. Factorio is incredible. You get this weird shot of endurance to hearing someone mention that game. Dude, Factorio's nuts. It's like no other game. Actually, one of my mods, Tom Sunday, he's playing Factorio now with some mod. I can't remember what it's called. But it basically makes the tech tree way harder to get through. He was playing it for days on end and only just got to like green electronics. He said it's so challenging. And you have to deal with all your waste products and that kind of thing. You still haven't managed to build nuke in a Factorio. Well, you kind of don't need it. You can get away with solar arrays and things like that. It could be C-Block. I can't remember what he said. The name of it was. Hey, Hammer. Mr. Whiteland keeps wanting me to play Factorio again. Inactive work shift. Metal extractor. I need to put something here. Suppose what we could do is just build more homes. Let people spread out a little bit. Because when new people arrive here, they might want to spread out down there and go working in the mine. Easy to build, hard to optimize. Yeah. Factorio is one of those games that is... I'll just do this. I'll just do this last bit, then I'll go to bed. And it just never works. It's always 4 AM. Stored power 1,300. Yikes. Those accumulators are pretty good. Capacity 2,000. Wait, what's the battery? Oh, no. What's the battery gone? There it is. Stored capacity to... Wait a minute. We may as well get rid of all the batteries. Because, look, a battery has a 200 capacity with an output of 20 and takes a polymer maintenance. The accumulator has 2,000. So it literally has like 10 times the output and 10 times the capacity, but only double the maintenance. So yeah, there's just absolutely no point in having batteries anymore. Tremez are gonna find him.
Sector scanned. Anomaly analyzed.
New tech for research. Our explorer should go and get that because he should be on automatic mode. Explorer 1. Current status on. Transport. Why is he not driving to it? Right, let's land this. See them on Squirrel's desk. Civ 5 is dangerous. Civ 1 was like one of the most addictive games I ever played at the time. Civ 1 was just insane. I'll never forget the box that Civ 1 came in, and you open it up, and I opened this like poster up, and it was a tech tree, and I just looked at it and went, wait, hang on a minute. Phalanxes, Bronze Age, and then over on the right, it was like nuclear missiles. What? It's like they just mapped out our history in science. It was just incredible. Oh boy, stored power 240. Eek. We've not had a chance to store up the accumulators. We better put some of these back online temporarily. I think we won't need a lot of these once these accumulators are fully charged up. We can turn off a lot of these wind turbines and just go solar, I think.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
New colonists have arrived.
Come on, suckers. I mean, welcome, brave heroes. Welcome to Mars. Somebody left a lump of metal here. So that should get loaded up fairly quickly, because we've got a full-on 36 rare metal.
Aye, aye, aye.
Solus Bellator, thank you for 31 months. Super Coir with 42, and PC Tech, thank you for your support, sir. Paul, hope all is well with your world and continued success. I'm doing okay, PC Tech, thank you. I hope you're well, sir. I'm doing alright. And thank you for the support. Welcome, slaves. You are, thank you. Nice. Good to hear it. Right, 16 people have moved into here. Can't believe there's a deep metal right there. It's going to be so hard to tap that. So can we actually get more? Ah, look at that. We've now got a full shift in there. So now we'll amplify this. Get the poly production online. Nice. I wonder if we can get an extra shift. We don't really need to add an extra shift here. Wait a minute. Metal production 9. Metal maintenance 11. All those solar panels. Alan K. Hope you and Mrs. Squirrel are coping with all the scorching heat today. Well, I don't know about Mrs. Squirrel, Alan, but I'm enjoying the air conditioning. Hope she didn't hear me say that. How's our population doing in terms of work? 6 vacant work slots. 0 unemployment. Interesting. No, Doll's in the house, I think. So current passenger rocket would only bring 13 people. Yikes. People should start breeding. An open-air gym. Nice. Visitors require a small amount of health and may become fit. I like that. May become fit. Takes half of our polymer, though. What's the difference between the consumption and the maintenance?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Like, why does consumption say 5 and maintenance 1.7? Is the consumption like, I don't know, were we turning that into something else, like in a factory? And then the maintenance is what we need to maintain buildings? And does one include the other? Like, does consumption include maintenance? Consumption is what is used to service visitors. Ah. Oh, right. So like an electronics factory that consumes electronics to sell, that's the consumption. Both are different. Okay. So what's consuming polymer? Duralica, thank you for 16. The electric accumulators take polymers for maintenance. No, they do. They definitely take it for maintenance. But I don't know what's consuming polymer. Unless it's the Mega Mall. Maybe the Mega Mall does. Well, it's got 5 maintenance. I'm not sure. In the service building, but in production building, it's what you use to create the product. That's now making 6.4 now it's amplified. Nice. Yeah, there you go. So we should start to store the power now. 1750 stored. Which, considering our demand is 354, that's like we've got enough to run for days without any power. Look at that. Stored power 2000. Art stores consume polymer. Makes sense. I wish they wouldn't. Amplify that. This building has deteriorated and will stop working soon unless it receives maintenance. It's fine. Machine part factory 3.8. Amplify. Let's try and get the machine parts production going. Vacant residency slots 110. We have 33 Martian Borns, that's crazy. Other resource production, consumption, and stats from last sold. Resources and consumption buildings are not counted towards total. Waste rock production 62. Yeah, electronics is something we need to make. Can you send power back to Earth? Sure, it's not far. Those polymers have gone down. It's taken a long time to gather these exports. You can actually genetically enhance the Martian born through research. Dude, it takes a long time to get through this tech tree.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
That's cool. That's a good tech. You can basically double the number of shuttles in a hub. RC Commander. Machine part printing devices have reached a fidelity high enough to print the intricate parts necessary to assemble state-of-the-art rovers. Wow. That's quite cool. We should put that on the list. Increase shuttle speed. Turtle Glow. 1 year. Wasn't it literally my 11th month? Time flies. Dude, thank you. Happy anniversary. Good morning, Keena. Increases the birth rate in the dome. That's interesting. I don't get why a farm increases the comfort in the dome. I just don't get that. Like, whenever I've lived near a farm, generally speaking, it stinks. Drop the pen. Water conservation, very useful. Get a one-time subsidy of 1,000 million funding from your sponsor. Okay. That's a weird one. Don't care about that one. Import green. Unlocks greenhouse gases. Ooh, thanks. You dropped my favourite cup. Do you know what the weird thing is? Is when I went to put that cup down, like I dropped it and spilled some tea. So I nearly dropped it. Now you nearly dropped it. Unlocks the import greenhouse gases. Improves atmosphere. And capture ice asteroids. Improves water. So that's like your medium-term goal, isn't it? To start terraforming Mars, I guess. Should get that at some point as well. Actually, I should probably just knock out some of these earlier ones. I should have got that one early. Sponsor research plus 100. Heyman, I need my Yorkshire tea mug. Building's not working. The annoying thing is, when a drone building stops working, you need drones to fix it, but they don't work because the drone building's not working. I can't build research labs yet, given that I have 0 unemployment. Like, if I build research labs now, all that'll happen is they'll step out of their current jobs and start doing that. I agree with you, but we don't have the people.
Resources are low.
Yikes, why is our polymers just falling through the floor? We've got a production of 11, a consumption of 5.1, and yet it feels like they're going down.
Welcome back.
That's true, Captain Flint, but you're sacrificing a lot of coverage. Like, you need more drone hubs to do that. Like, say I build a drone hub now, I would build it like this, so that
Sector scanned.
there's some overlap between the other 2 drone hubs. Like in this area here and this area here, there's overlap. If I do what you're saying, so that drone hub is captured by this one, look how much space I lose. I build up, I can cover to that rock, as opposed to covering quite significant distance beyond that rock. And for what? Because it doesn't really break down very often.